So the film starts with Sara, who is playing with her son in the park, and then a helicopter passes by, the sound of which disturbs her. Seeing the helicopter, she gets lost in old memories. She was an army officer, and in a mission, many of her colleagues were killed. She still had the grief and shock of this. As a result, her mental condition also deteriorated, and she also took retirement. During these horrifying memories of hers, a man who was playing with his family collides with her, and considering him an enemy, she hits him so hard that he gets nasal fracture. And then she realizes that she did wrong, and she also apologizes to this man, and she goes home with her son. Some years pass from this day, and it is shown that Sara's son has now grown up, and Sara takes him to the American embassy. At the same time, Sara gets a message from a journalist in which he was telling that he has some special information about Sara's last mission, with the help of which these people come to know how the enemies attacked them at that day. The journalist had also sent a video which Sara started watching. They kept waiting for their turn in the embassy for a long time, and Sara's son got very bored, so Sara leaves him in the playroom. When Sara comes out, she sees two boys who were there with opened door of restricted area, although no one was allowed to come here. But this boy gives a bag to another boy and sends him out of here, and Sara ignores them even after looking at them with suspicious eyes. When she goes to the playroom to get her son, she is shocked to see that her son was not there. After coming out, she looked for her son everywhere, in every room, every office, but she could not find her son now. He was missing. She meets the regional security officer, Eric, here, and requests him to open the same restricted door. Telling this, two men had opened this door. It is possible that my son has also gone there. All the staff guards were put to search for that child inside the entire embassy by Eric. But this door did not open, and tell that opening this door is not allowed. He was still explaining this to her when the sergeant comes here and whispers something in Eric's ear, and Eric takes her to the office where Sara is told that she came alone to this embassy. Her son was not with her, nor was her son's name mentioned in the entry. Even in the CCTV cameras, she was seen alone. Seeing this, Sara flushed with anger. Sara remembered very well that she had brought her son here. That is why she immediately requests to call the German police. Eric dials the phone and gives it to her. Sara complains them of her child, but the German police tell her that the embassy is an American territory, and we cannot do anything there. The police could only help Sara, that they were sending two of their police officers there who could take Sara out of that embassy. After a while, the sergeant had some work, so he went locking Sara in a room. Taking the advantage of this, Sara called her mother and told her, somehow contact the police or the government, because the American embassy has kidnapped my son. Her mother gets shocked to hear such words and asks Sara, Sara, are you taking your medicines these days? Sara gets irritated on hearing this, why no one was believing her. Actually, Sara used to have perceptual disturbance due to stress. Fabricated stories kept forming in her mind, so her mother thought that Sara must be lying to her, or Sara must be getting visions just like that. Sara had to somehow get out of this office. She searches for some things here and there to open the lock and finds a pin. Straightening which, she opens the lock and comes out. To find her son, she again goes inside the play area, where she finds a toy car of her son. Seeing this, she gains even more confidence in herself. It was revealed that she had brought her son along with her. Now she starts checking her son in every room here, breaking all the CCTV cameras coming in her way. Meanwhile, she opens a locked room, inside which there was a girl. She shrieks after seeing Sara, but Sara puts her hand on her mouth and makes her quiet. Sara apologizes to her and says that I was just looking for my son. Saying this, she started leaving. Then this girl named Irina stopped her and said that I have been living here for the last 2 months. If you want, I can join you in finding your son, but in return you will have to get me out of here. Sara agrees to her proposal. On the other hand, the general of the same embassy comes to know that Sara, who was vandalizing their embassy and running away, she has been a special forces agent. She calls Eric and orders him that we should call the police and hand over this girl to the police. Otherwise, she can create a problem for us. Eric refuses, saying that we will not call the police because if the police came, a lot of charges will be put on her, and it will be difficult for her to get any job. Her career will be ruined. On the other hand, Irina tells Sara that first of all we will need an access card to check every room. This was not a big deal for Sara. She went ahead and attacked a security guard. Making him unconscious, she got his access card. Now with the help of this access card, they were going to every room very easily. Irina had to escape from here by sitting in a truck. But after coming here, she found out that the truck had gone. She became very sad. Well, Sara started investigating here, and she also found that bag from here, which she had seen with those two boys. And the surprising thing was that there were drugs inside this bag, and in the meantime many guards come here to kidnap Irina. Sara was finding this matter very strange. That why only a girl would be kept captive in the embassy. Well, she kills these guards and she makes them unconscious. Before she could question Irina, Eric comes here, who catches Sara and injects her waist and makes her unconscious. When she regained consciousness, she was on a bed, and there were both the embassy's general and Eric. She said to the general, "I want my son at any cost." Then the general replies to her, "I have talked to your mom a while ago. She told me that you have a lot of stress disorder due to which you forget things, and you also have hallucinations. And this has started to happen with you after your failed mission in Afghanistan." After listening to her, Sara requests to let me see the CCTV footage of this place. This wish of hers is also fulfilled. Eric shows her the CCTV footage, but she does not see her son in any of the footage. Now she also started thinking that maybe all this is her hallucinations. She stays here the whole night, and as soon as it is morning, Irina comes to take her from here, disguising herself. Now Sara asks Irina, "Who are you and why are these people after you?" She says that my dad was a politician. Along with being a politician, he was also a don. He had a lot of money, and he used to get many illegal works done for the US government. But then when he changed the party, the government people got him killed, and they caught me. That day in front of you, those people were coming to kill me, from whom you saved my life. I want to go back illegally so that I can meet my mother. If I go through legal means, the US government will find me from anywhere and get me killed. After listening to her, Sara thought that maybe all this was her illusion. Irina got irritated, and to convince Sara, she started cutting her hand, and then Sara also understood this truth. Sara also understood that she is not so mentally sick, that people are trying to fool her, and they are trying to mess with her too. Now she roams around the entire embassy and searches for that boy, whom she had seen inside the restricted area. She asks that boy about her son. The boy says, "Yes, I know where your son is, but in return you have to do one thing for me. You have to steal my bag of drugs from there." Sara understood from his tone that he does not know anything about Sara's son. But she does not tell this to the boy, and says that if you want that bag, then you will have to bring an access and a map. During this conversation, Sara notices that Eric had also come here with his daughter. When Irina also came to her, both of them together went to Eric's table, and they saw that Eric's daughter had forgotten one of her toys here, which these two picked up. After half an hour, the boy calls them both to the gents' washroom, where he brought the access card and the map of this place. After looking at it, they reach the sergeant's office. They start checking the sergeant's computer, and there they find a file named Sara. On opening it, they come to know they knew each and everything about Sara, not just now but from a long time ago. During this time, she sees a file named Islamabad meeting. When she opens it, she sees Eric in Islamabad. Eric appeared clearly in this photo. Sara remembered that the journalist had also sent her the same video in the morning. She called the journalist and asked what is the link of Eric with all this. The journalist now tells her that the attack on the US military base in Afghanistan was executed by none other, but he was Eric. Eric had revealed their location to the enemies, in return for which he got money. This video was the proof against Eric. In this video, The face of the person whom Eric was talking to was also unclear. The journalist tells him that, "I will clear this face and send it to you right now." In the meantime, the picture is received to them. The sergeant starts moving towards his office. These people quickly start transferring that picture to Irina's laptop. But at the right time, the sergeant also arrives there. To save from him, they have to fight with that poor man, make him fall and run away from here. They run and come to the terrace. Meanwhile, that picture also gets loaded. Seeing this picture, Sara recognizes him. This was the head of the same Taliban who had attacked their base. And if at this time Eric was sitting with the head of the Taliban, then it means Eric was involved with the Taliban. She takes Irina to that warehouse where trucks were loaded and sent to another country to divert the attention of the guards from Irina. She starts fighting with the guards. She was still dealing with them when Eric also reached there, taking guards with him. The guards started attacking Sara as they came. Sara copes with all of them one by one perfectly, because she was a trained soldier. Fighting with such guards was a common thing for her. When she defeats and knocks down all the guards, Eric attacks her. But even that poor guy was nothing in front of Sara. Sara beats him badly, and snatching his gun, she points it at him and asks, "Why did you make such a grand plan to kill me? You could have done anything. You could have caused an accident on the road. You could have murdered me. Your aim was only to kill me." Eric is surprised and asks her, "How do you know that I want to kill you, and why would I get you killed?" Sara said, "Because I am that last soldier who survived that day in Afghanistan. I am the witness of that attack behind which you are also involved. And just to save yourself, you want to kill me. But I will not harm you. I just want you to give me my son back." Eric tells her that if something happens to me, then remember that you will not get your son for the rest of your life. Hearing his threat, Sara left. From there, she understood that now she will have to do something else to get her work done. She goes out. First of all, she finds Eric's daughter. Distracting her with conversation, she shows her toy phone. She takes her to a safe house here and locks her there with herself. She had kidnapped Eric's daughter, and it was known by General and the rest of Eric's colleagues. All the people came in front of this safe house, and everyone asked Sara to leave that little girl. But Sara was not ready to leave her. Everyone was repeatedly requesting her to leave that little girl. Sara says, "Okay, I will leave that little girl, but on one condition. I have to talk to Eric, that Eric will come inside first in exchange of this little girl." Eric silently agrees to her and comes inside. And first of all, he deactivates the voice system here because he knew that all the voices from here are going out, and Sara knows about Eric's wrongdoings. He cannot let anyone else know about it. Sara first told him that, "I know you want to kill me. I will kill myself. But I have one condition, that hand over my son to my mom after my death." Eric does not respond this, but he tells Sara that whatever you want to know, I will tell you. Yes, I met that day. I was involved with the Taliban of Afghanistan, and I was the one who had also disclosed the location of US base to the enemies, because I was getting money for this work. That work was done long ago. All the people were killed. Only you got saved. I knew about you, but I never wanted to kill you. The issue was created because of that journalist who came to know about all this. He started threatening me. I knew that he would surely tell this to you as well before that. I wanted to get that journalist killed, but you came to know all these things before he died. And then it became my compulsion to kill you as well. Yes, you were right. Your son had come here with you. But I had to play this whole game to kill you. I was the one who made your son disappear from the CCTV. After saying all this, he first shoots Sara with his gun, and then he shoots himself in the leg and hands over on to Sara. And he immediately comes out while pretending as if Sara attacked him first. And then he shoots Sara in self-defense. Sara was not dead at this time, but she was definitely badly injured. Eric had forgotten that Sara was also not an ordinary person. She was a soldier. All the things that Eric had said here in front of her, she had recorded all this in Eric's daughter's toy phone. Everyone outside was considering Sara a terrorist. To destroy the safe house in which Sara was, those people planted a bomb outside it. But before that, Sara plays that recording in the microphones here. All the people standing outside are able to hear Eric's confession and come to know that Eric is villainous. He was not only playing this game with Sara all this time, but he also betrayed the US government and the US military. When Eric's face is revealed to everyone, the embassy general immediately gets him arrested. Sara is safely taken out of the safe house and her son is also found and handed over to her soon. She is provided good healthcare service by the embassy itself, due to which she is treated, and she is completely recovered, and at the end of the movie, Sara is shown happy with her son, and with this the movie ends here.